Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, last night, this programme reported on the government's overdue strategy to tackle the lack of affordable homes. Tonight, Channel 4 News can reveal how a government-funded housing scheme promising to get first-time buyers onto the property ladder left young families without their deposits and has failed to finish a single home in 3 years. Simeon Brown has this exclusive report.
Meet Andrew and Holly, newlyweds who had a plan to buy their first home. Holly thought with government support.
That's our plot, basically.
That's your plot?
Yeah, that's our
But then their problems began.
It has long been a Conservative ambition to transform Britain into a nation of private homeowners. But it's no secret that there's a shortage of homes. As part of the government's plan to build hundreds of thousands of new homes and support first-time buyers, the Conservatives made a pledge to double the number of custom-built homes by 2020. And the last coalition backed this with a £30 million capital fund, accessed by just 8 developers. One of them was Site for Self-Build.
This is the promo for the Barnsley-based developer and its sister company Site for Investment. The scheme is simple. The government loaned the startup capital, and all the aspiring house buyer needs is a smaller deposit and a special mortgage for custom builds. Holly and Andrew signed up immediately with a £10,000 deposit for a house on a 23-plot site in Barnsley.
We've been together 10 years and we're just wasting money on rent. It seemed daft. So we've been trying to, most of the time we've been together, put together a deposit. It seemed a brilliant opportunity and we'd be silly not to go for it.
Or so Holly thought. She says the developer told them the build would take 6 months. It's been almost 3 years. The mortgage providers have pulled out, so a wave of buyers like Holly and Andrew requested their deposits back. They expected it to be returned in days. It's now been years and they are still out of pocket.
Every time you email them, they just say, it's in hand, you know, in a few weeks, and this has been going on for 2 years.
Do you ever expect to get your money back?
At this moment in time, no. I think that's going forward. We just have to. We have prepared ourselves for the fact that we might have lost that money.
And how big a hit would that be for you?
Massive, absolutely massive.
Holly is returning to the site in Barnsley, where work appears to have restarted. In response to our report, Site for Self-Build's sister company, Site for Investment, said the company has apologised to families like Holly and Andrew, saying a new schedule of work has been agreed with the government's Home and Communities Agency, which is now being implemented. And progress from now on should see completion of the site during the summer months of this year. The government's Home and Communities Agency also has questions to answer. Why did they back a company with no prior experience in custom house building? The HCA told Channel 4 News,
thousands of custom-built homes are being built successfully in schemes like this around the country. Each investment decision is subject to a stringent review process, and due diligence showed that there was a viable business plan in place. One of our remits is to support small developers, and the problems arose for Site for Investments when third-party funders withdrew their financing.
I still think the initial idea and the concept of it is really good. I'm just saddened by what's happened really, and that it's come to what it has.
the government's Home and Communities Agency told Channel 4 News that it's under no legal obligation to help couples like Holly and Andrew get their money back. But tonight, they and Site for Investment insist the refunds are finally on their way. Holly and Andrew had to use their wedding fund to buy somewhere else. So like the house they planned to build, their honeymoon is delayed and their debts have increased. But this story is bigger than them. And is a tale of the challenge government faces to get young families onto the property ladder.
Simeon Brown reporting.